Hi, I'm estate planning attorney Michael Redden, and today I want to talk to you about should you leave money to someone else to take care of your kids. Before we get into today's content, if you have any questions about this or if you'd like to plan with me, you can set up a free meeting on the phone or in person by going to setestatemeeting.com. That's setestatemeeting.com. So a lot of folks will say, I don't really want to set up a trust or something complex. So what about if I just leave some money to my brother, a big chunk of it? My kids are younger, I don't know how they're going to be, or they're not mature enough yet, and then my brother will take care of it based on my wishes. Or they'll say, hey, I've got a big life insurance policy. Why don't I just leave half of that to my sister or to my aunt or my cousin, and they're going to be taking care of my kids anyway. Why don't they just have it and then they can give it out to the kids when the kids need it? And at first blush, this might sound like a pretty good idea, right? You maybe save some legal bills, you save the complexity of having a trust and things like that, and your kids might be taken care of. And if it went according to plan, it might be a really good idea. But how often does life really go that simply, right? Life is messy. What happens if your brother or your sister happens to get a divorce? Well, that money may be a part of that divorce settlement and may go away, may not be there for your children. What if they fall on financial hardship? Maybe they got a lot of medical bills because a health issue came up. Maybe they got into a car accident or disabled and can't work. Or maybe they just lost their job. That money is there. That money will, at that point, need to be used to take care of them, not your children. Or worse yet, if a creditor sues them and gets a big judgment, or if someone sues them from that car crash and gets a big judgment, they're going to come in and take that money anyway. And even the other flip side of this too, it's not really beneficial to them. They may want to take care of this, but how does it really affect them? If you leave them a large chunk of money and they're giving it over to your kids and buying your kids these things and spending it in that manner, they're making gifts to these children. And if you remember, we have a gift tax in this country. And every time they're giving that money out, they're making it to where there's less money they can give to their children, to their heirs, without paying that tax. So it really complicates these kinds of issues. These are the kind of things that trusts were made for. They don't have to be overly complex, but they're there for a reason, and you really should use them for that reason, because all kinds of things in life can happen to you or to your family members. And if they're the ones holding that money for your children or for your family, that money may not always be used for the purpose that you intend. And it might not even be your family member's fault. If it's that creditor coming in, there's nothing they can say about it. It just happens. So really, the best thing for you to do is to use the tools for what they were intended, right? Whether it's that life insurance policy, whether it's your will, whether it's that trust, set these things up. And that's what a great estate planning attorney can do for you. Set those things up so that you end up having the money go to where you want it to go. And also not complicate the lives of your family members with those gift tax issues, or put the money at risk from life happening to them. So choose the right tool for the right problem and trust in that. And again, if you would like to plan with me, if you have any more questions about this, you can set up a free meeting on the phone or over in my office by going to setestatemeeting.com. That's setestatemeeting.com.